because that was 6 and 4. So we don't leave it in this order. We have to have it in a different order so that the 4 is multiplied times 3. 4 times 3 is 12, and 2 times 1 is 2. Our middle term is a positive 10. We're having to subtract these numbers, and we have to put the sign, the positive sign in front of the 12 to get a positive 12 and a negative 2. So we need these both to be positive to get a positive 12. We'll put a minus here. That will give us a negative 2 times 1. Okay, so we have x plus 4 and then 3x minus 2. If you go ahead and FOIL that, you'll have the first term, x times 3x is 3x squared. Then your outer terms, negative 2 times x. Your inside terms, positive 4 times 3 is a positive 12x. And then our last times our last, it would be positive 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. When you combine your two middle terms, you have a positive 12, negative 2 is a positive 10x. So we have what we started with. So that's our answer right there. It's x plus 4 and 3x minus 2. Okay, let me do another one where we still use something very similar to what we did. We'll try not to make such a big mess. Let's do one 3x squared minus 11x minus 8. Okay, the 3 still has to be a 1 times 3. The 8 could still be 1 times 8 or 2 times 4. So we're still going to have the 1 times 3 will give us 1 times 1 is 1, 8 times 3 is 24. And then if we do a 3 and a 1, this one goes with this. We have the 3 and 1, we'll have 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 8 is 8. And then we'll do it again. This will be the 1 and 3. 2 times 1, 2. 4 times 3, 12. We'll do the 3 and 1. 2 times 3 is 6. 4 times 1 is 4. Okay, they're still going to subtract to give you the middle number. You know what? This one isn't going to work. We're going to have a plus here. I'm sorry. I made it because none of the differences come out to 11, so it has to be a plus. So we're changing it to a plus here. Sorry about that. So they have to add to give you an 11. There's nothing that does that.
1 plus 3.
Okay, 8, 19. Yeah, okay, there we go. Very good. Okay, this one's 25. This one is 11. This one is, can you see that? Yeah. This one is 14, and this one adds up to 10. So yeah, we do have two that add up. 8 plus 3 is 11. So this is the result of this one. The 1 and 8 and 3 and 1. And it's still looking like a mess, huh? Need to make more room to work on it. Okay, the 3 and 1, we'll put the x and the 3x again. We need it to be a 3 and 8. So where are we going to put our 1 and 8 on here? Because we need it to come out to 3 and 8 when we multiply it. So the 1 times 8, if we put the 8 here, it would multiply and get 24. So we must put the 1 here and the 8 here. That way we have a 3 and we have an 8. And since this is a negative 11, they both need to be negative. You need negative 3 and negative 8. So to get negative 3, you'll have a minus 1 here. To get the negative 8, you'll have the minus 8 here. We're going to start doing this work a little bigger, so it won't be so crunched up. Okay, let's do another one where we've got the 3x squared. Let's have plus 25x plus 8. And we're going to be multiplying the 1 and 3 again times the 1 and 8 and 2 and 4. Okay, the 1 and 8, when we do the 1 and the 3, 1 times 1, we get 1. 8 times 3, we get 24. The 3 and 1, we have 1 times 3 and 8 times 1. 1 and 3, maybe if I don't make these marks it won't look so congested. 2 times 1 is 2. The 4 times 3 is 12. 2 times 3 is 6, and 4 times 1 is 4. Okay, we're going to be adding them. So we have 25 again, 11 again, 14 again, and 10 again. So the very first one was the one we're going to use right here. We have a 25 for our middle term. So this was a result of this one. So the 1 and 3 are the coefficients for our x squared term, our x terms. So we have 1 and 3. To get a 1 here, we need a 1 and 24. So the 8 and 1 have to be where the 1 is multiplied times the 1 to get the 1. And the 8 has to be multiplied times the 3. 8 times 3 to get the 24. This is a positive 25, so they both need to be positive. If this had been a negative 25, they would both be negative. So that's positive, there's a positive here and a positive here. So there's your answer right here. Okay, let's go ahead and start on some of the homework problems. We'll start with number 2. 5.3, number 2, that's on page 417. 417. And this is 5.3. We're going to start with the homework problem number 2. We have 3x squared minus x minus 4. Okay. We're going to start the same way we did with the other one. We're going to have the 1 times 3 for our first term. We're going to have to multiply that in a lot of different arrangements for what we're going to use for our 4. What ways can we get 4? 1 times 4 and 2 times 2. We're going to have 2 different answers for both of these because we're going to do 1 times 3 and 3 times 1. 1 times 3 and 3 times 1. Okay, the very first one, 1 times 1